Man. That girl done called about 3 times asking what this shit is. I come back to the house in a minute, man. Don't pay the neighbors no goddamn mind. Yeah. What you talking about, nigga? Yeah, I got this kind, but shit, all that shit going for a different price, though. I bet. I can't talk too much. She said, damn, what is this flavor? I got the flavors, this shit loud. You got neighbors, they like the flavors. This shit smoke, it's like the 80s, it's jumping like coke. She said, kush, it make a float. Everybody's runs, we gon' have to rock the boat, man.
What's up, gang? What's happening, fam? It is good to see everybody back. We want to thank everyone for joining us. It is what's up? What happened? What's going on? You can't hear me?
All good.
Okay, Bird, can you hear me? Bird, you can't hear me? And MTG camera cut out. What's going on?
You good?
MTG, is that you?
So okay, so thumb up if you can hear me.
I got it. We're good.
For some reason, Bird and MTG can't hear me.
I'm the only one who can't.
I can hear you.
Bro.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Now
I can only hear you, MTG.
You can't even hear us? Really? Here, hold on.
There's something going on. Like,
All right, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, guys?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear Miguel. Maybe we have to have Birdman maybe relog back in because I can hear everybody. We're having some audio problems.
I can't see MTG.
I can't even see him either.
Not Bird. Now both of them are cut off.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear my voice?
Yeah, we can hear your voice.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can hear your voice.
I can't hear anything.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Bird, you have to come out and leave back in. Sorry for technical difficulties. Bird always has these little stuff to do. You know what I'm saying?
MTG gonna do it too. You can't see him.
Yeah, y'all just come out and go back in, and it probably works. I don't know what it be doing sometimes. Y'all know how that shit goes. Fucking internet.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously.
Man, they're worldwide bull.
You probably should have stopped the recording and then just do it over again, I would say.
It's only it work. Only if it worked that easy, B.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Great.
It is. It really is. It's crazy.
But yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, man, it is great to see all our fans. What's up to my brother? What's up, Wrestling is Bullshit? Thank you guys for joining us. It has
seen my boy Wrestling is Bullshit is a minute, man. Hope you doing good to my boy. I heard you getting married, man. Congrats to your family. Hope everything going good with you.
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Like my boy said, man. Yeah, definitely. Like we said, man, we are excited to see everyone. Thank you all for joining us. MTG, there you go. We can see you now. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, bet. You're good. Bird should be coming back in a second. Like I said, there we go. Bird, can you hear us?
Now I can hear y'all.
There we go.
You know what I did? You know, I was on the website instead of just going into the app that I already had on my phone. So that's my bad.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, okay. Cool. Hey, like I said, it is great to have everyone here. As y'all see, we got Famous B, we got MTG, we got your Bird. The crew is back together for the SmackDown review. Now instead of Friday night, we're gonna start having it on Saturday mornings. It's a little easier. You know, Friday nights people want to go out, enjoy their time. You know, SmackDown already don't end till like somewhere between 9 and 10. So you know what I mean. We just decided Saturday's a little better, and we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. How you guys been, man? How y'all been?
Morning, everybody.
Great.
What's up, man? Good to see everybody back together, man. Man, I'm excited that we're all back together, and let's do it, man. Let's take care of business. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You said you were there, MTG? MTG, you said you were there?
MTG, you there?
He's going in and out.
He cut out. He just cut out.
Bird, how you been, brother?
Man, I've been good. It's good to get the gang back together. I kind of missed this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just excited and I'm ready to let's talk some wrestling.
Man, you already know how it is. When MTG come back, we'll ask him how his experience was. MTG was actually at SmackDown last night, so shout out to him, man. Yep, he was there.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him back on the show.
Yeah, definitely. He'll probably come back in, man. It'll probably be good then. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, man. The first subject that we had on the agenda tonight, we had Cody Rhodes come out. I'm pretty sure he wanted to talk about his victory last week to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Before he could really get into his speech, he got interrupted by Jacob Fatu. Now, when he got interrupted by Jacob Fatu, there we go, MTG. Cool. Yes, sir. I was just telling them how you were there last night for the experience. How was the whole atmosphere, man?
It was great. Packed house. A lot of people were there, and enjoyed every minute of it. And the atmosphere is amazing anytime you go to these events. And I picked up this at the merch store, so this is one of the best stuff I've always wanted. So I had to buy this when I was at the show.
How much you say it was, MTG?
$650.
Golly.
Ooh-wee.
Damn.
There's plenty champs around. I see.
Yes, sir. As y'all see, the FTW gang we all champions in our own way. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna usually have some type of belt on it. I ain't got mine right now, but that is what it is. It'll be all right. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into this, man. Like I said, the first thing we had Cody Rhodes coming out trying to talk about his Elimination Chamber qualifying match. He got interrupted by Jacob Fatu, and Jacob Fatu was pretty much talking
bro,
about.
Bro, why I look on the camera and I see everybody holding belts, bro? I need to go get my 3 or 4 or something going on. What's going on? Am I missing out on something?
Yeah.
What I'm missing out on?
You better go get your belt, man. What's wrong? It's the day, boy. Championship playing. Famous B got his name played on there. Let's get it going. What are we doing?
Everybody got one except me. It's crazy.
Man, Rock, I see we missed the memo this morning.
Missed it, boy. Golly. I said, dang, what's going on right here? But it's all good, though. I'm glad to see it, man. But yes, he got interrupted by Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu pretty much pissed off. He wanted to address Drew McIntyre about screwing him over last week. He said how he had the match won. He had Cody and Sammy beat, which he actually did before Drew McIntyre's interference, which costed Jacob Fatu and Sammy the match and had Cody Rhodes win, which is kind of ironic because Drew McIntyre was the reason why Cody Rhodes didn't win the Royal Rumble, pretty much. He screwed him out the Royal Rumble. So, with that being said, he may didn't want Cody to win, but either way it go, he dang sure didn't want Jacob Fatu to win. Now, with that being said, Drew McIntyre interrupted them, said he had rented out a whole presidential suite section or whatnot, and he pretty much called out Jacob, saying, "You're not gonna do nothing. You all got no break, but y'all barked and no bite." That pissed off Jacob. He tried to go at him. Security and Nick had to stop him. And Nick told him, "Hey, you go out there, you ain't gonna be in Elimination Chamber or WrestleMania." So he probably gonna have to talk to him later on and reason with him. I'm pretty sure one of these days we're gonna get Jacob versus Drew. I don't think it's gonna be for the title, but they'll probably have a singles match before WrestleMania, and they'll probably play into the part of a bigger match happening. Now, right now, it is only scheduled to be whoever wins the Elimination Chamber versus Drew. But I personally think it's gonna end up being a triple threat match. And there's another scenario we'll talk about a little later on because one of the matches haven't happened yet. But for right now, at this second, it's been real heated between Jacob, Drew, and Cody. Now, with that being said, what are you guys' thoughts on this first segment? All the drama around it. You can go first, Famous.
So I have to agree with what you're saying. I think it's pretty clear here that if this match is going to happen at Mania, we've seen Jacob, we've seen Drew, we've seen Cody all going back at each other. The match has to make sense. And remember my theory, guys. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. This match makes sense. Triple threat match, WrestleMania for the World Championship. This is going to continue until we get to the Chamber, which is this coming Saturday. And I just see it all happening. And hey, man, that's what it's about. Promo storylines. Get to the match. Let's get it going. It's pretty clear where they're headed. I like the direction that they're heading. And hey, it's going to put fans in the seats and it's going to make money. And that's what it's about. So yeah, I agree 100%. Let's get it going.
For sure. Bird, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I gotta agree with Famous. I like the direction that this is going. I like all three superstars and what all three is bringing to the feud and to the table. I really think that this should be a Mania main event, a triple threat for the title. And honestly, whoever wins, I think it'll be good. It won't be a oh man, all three of them can legitimately win and carry that title. So I'm excited. Like I said, I I agree with Famous. This should be a WrestleMania type match, triple threat.
Cool. MTG, let us know something, man. What you think?
This triple threat match is very exciting. It really is, and I really want to see this at WrestleMania, and it's going to happen at WrestleMania. I'm just really excited that we're going to get a championship triple threat match at WrestleMania this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Last year, WrestleMania for the WWE title was, it was okay. It was Cena's heel turn, pretty much. Oh well, he had already turned heel at the Elimination Chamber, and it was his first heel title defense against Cody. The actual match was actually pretty decent, but the ending made the whole thing go like,
I have a lot to say.
The ending.
I have a lot to say about that ending.
The only reason why the ending was subpar was because the following. Everything that happened afterwards, as far as Cena's heel turn and his retirement run being altered and not right, that's what made that ending make no sense. Because Cena's whole thing was he wanted to ruin wrestling, and he had beef with the fans, and not actually with Cody. So with that being said, him making a subpar ending, but doing something to where most people couldn't just kick out like that, because everybody kicks out of the FU or the attitude adjustment for some reason. He do 10 of them in a match, and they kick out every time for some reason. But him doing the title belt head to the head, knocked Cody out and got the win. Nobody wanted to see that, right? So of course, boom, ruined wrestling. Now with the Rock and Travis Scott thing falling short, especially the Rock falling short, and following up with everything that he was supposed to be doing, that's what made that ending and the rest of that heel turn not really worth it. You know what I mean? We might well have got full babyface Cena if we want to get full heel Cena. So that's my thing on it. But y'all got anything else on it?
I do. Actually, I have to agree with you. And here's the thing that really bothered me with the whole situation.
One at a time. Both of y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead, MTG.
The Rock ruined that thing. The Rock ruined all that stuff. And I'm so pissed. It makes me even pissed off about that dumb tag match they had at WrestleMania 40. Like, I feel like raging right now. I don't even want to rage right now because I have a lot to say about this. I don't even want to rage right now. I'm just going to say that The Rock, you really fucked this up. Like, I really don't want to rage right now. Because thanks to The Rock, that's why that whole heel turn and that ending of that match sucked, because everyone expected The Rock to help Cena win the title at that WrestleMania. But I really don't want to rage right now. So I hope The Rock never comes back to wrestling. So there, go ahead.
The only reason why I would want to see him come back is because I want to see him come back and do something positive and leave off on that note. I don't care if he's heel or babyface, don't matter. But as long as he does something that makes sense, he don't have to wrestle. He could be like a Triple H Authority or Vince McMahon type of role. You know what I mean? As long as he does something that's uplifts the business and not just for himself. I mean, I ain't gonna say nobody watches his movies, but his movies lately, no matter how good they have been, as far as Red Gate and Smash Machine and things like that, were really great movies. To be honest, like by far, they were great movies. But people haven't been watching The Rock like that. Like let's say if he got like a $100 million budget, his movie's been doing like 30 million. You know what I mean? They've been undercutting. So it is what it is. Famous. Let us know what you were saying.
So I have to agree with all your guys' points, but at the end of the day, my concern for me is I think that John Cena heel turned, I'm not going to say ruined his career as Hall of Fame status, but it was kind of embarrassing in that sense because we've known John Cena to be always a face, a guy that loved the fans. The kids loved him. The guy just, doing charity work and just really doing his thing. So this heel turn for me, it just didn't make sense. I thought it was just the wrong time to do it. I think that MTG Gaming made a great, strong point. Why did The Rock start this, not finish it? He started a situation with Cody, never finished it. Then, he takes off and tells John Cena, do your thing against Cody, win the championship. Okay, The Rock never shows up there. So personally, I don't want to see The Rock on television anymore. I love The Rock. I appreciate The Rock for what he's done. The Rock's going to be a future Hall of Famer, but Rock is an entrepreneur. Let The Rock focus on being an entrepreneur. I know he's on the board of TKO. I totally get it. But at the end of the day, I think we're in the right direction right now, although a lot of things do need to be adjusted. We're probably going to talk about that later on. But as far as I'm concerned, I think The Rock can just step aside, do his thing, take care of his health. That's the most important thing, as we all need to do. And I really don't see The Rock just being a part of it, but just being on the board. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. The only defense that I would say for The Rock is that the fact that it was The Rock's fault, and I forgot to say this earlier, but technically it was also more of TKO because he went on Pat McAfee's show and he specifically told TKO he wasn't going to have time to fully commit, but they still wanted to use his name to sell the Elimination Chamber tickets.
Right.
So that's why he came and did everything he did before Elimination Chamber, and then was there at Elimination Chamber, and we had Travis Scott there too. It all made no sense at all. It is wanted for tickets.
Can I say something though, Rock, real quick? So you said that The Rock went on the Pat McAfee show and said that TKO basically forced him or told him to. All The Rock would have, and not forcibly, you said that The Rock said that TKO basically.
They asked him to do it for the ticket sale for Elimination Chamber, but he had already told them before he don't have a schedule to fully commit.
Okay, so why did he do it? He should have said, you know what, I can't do it, I'm sorry. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. The Rock could have stopped that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He could have just said, well, I'm not going to do anything if I can't fully commit. But, of course, if TKO cut him a check, or, he'll say, yeah, you know what, I'll do it. I don't care what the fans think about this. I'm going to do it for some money. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like he did. But it is what it is, man. We can't reverse it. We're going to live with it, and hopefully they learn from it. John Cena ended up making his back end of that retirement tour pretty decent. So that's all we can do. That's all we can do. Just hopefully they do a better job if he ever do come back. But we can go ahead and move to the next thing. We're going to spend 20 minutes on the opening. All right. Cool.
I want to hear Bert's thoughts. I kind of want to hear about Bert's thoughts about it because I know he wanted to chime in.
Oh, no.
That's why I didn't want to raise.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree with both of y'all. Everybody opinion is exactly how I feel. The Rock should need if he knew he couldn't commit. I think both sides are wrong. The Rock, even though he was forced, he did what he kind of had to do, even though he knew he couldn't fully commit. But TKO knew that he couldn't fully commit, and they kind of like forced him to do the shitty job that he did. So if he would have just said, stuck his foot down and said, no, I can't commit and do this, and TKO, if they would have just not used his name to sell tickets, who knows what we would have got. But I agree with all three.
For sure, for sure. I'm gonna say this too. I actually kind of liked it, the John Cena coming out and nothing but just a black screen and just holding up the title and just the light holding him.
Yeah,
I
that
think
was nice.
that was actually
That was
pretty
nice.
fun to me. Also,
Yeah.
originally, years ago, when John Cena was first to turn heel, he actually had a whole new theme song recorded, and they just
hmm
sampled it. So, I wish they would have let him do it this time. That theme song he canceled. I wish they would let him do it. Hey, somebody audio is tripping. Oh, okay. But yeah, I wish they would let him do it this time. It would have been great. But anyways, next subject. Next subject. We're gonna go to Ilya versus Tama Tonga. Right?
Ooh.
This was a hard hitting match. I'm a fan of both of these, man. I was really glad to see this match on the card. They actually had a deep, very, very solid match. But to be technical about it, it was Ilya versus the whole MFT. You know what I mean? He really didn't have much of a chance. Don't get me wrong, one-on-one, they had a banger for themselves. But at the end, the MFCs got involved, caused a distraction. Tama Tonga ended up hitting Ilya with that cutthroat elbow and got the 1-2-3. Afterwards, Solo was talking his stuff, saying this is my show. We got the tag titles with the wood. Ilya tried to attack. He got beat up again by the whole family this time. And then we got a message from Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt basically saying, watch your back. Next time I see you. I'm sorry, not Bray Wyatt. Thank you, brother. Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy pretty much saying next time I see you, it's on and popping. Have it on your mind. It's so many words, the way you were saying. So with that being said, I am a fan of Tama Tonga. I believe when they're tagged and when they're all in a group, face paint, yes. I think when they're solo doing a singles match, no face paint. That's it. I don't know. It just feels like when they doing the solo match, it's kind of no point because nobody else had the stuff on outside the ring. So why do you have it on right now? It's just, I was like, it kind of feels weird. Or like Tama Tonga gonna end up leaving the group. Like this match made it feel like that. Cause we all know he can be solo. But Tonga Lil, they're not tag champions right now. Him and Solo are. I kind of feel like they're gonna let go of his brother. I'm getting that feeling because he doesn't compete in single matches. I haven't seen him in no tag matches since he's been back. I don't know if he's had a match since he had that injury at Elimination Chamber over a year ago, last year. I don't know. So it's just weird right now with him. But yeah, MFT, I like the whole faction overall. They don't do nothing with Jacob. They just have him out there pretty much. Tonga Loa don't do nothing either. So it's like I just want to see a better direction with these guys. Y6, about tired of them, sick of them. They're not exciting anymore. I mean, it's exciting when the lights go off. It was exciting when that debut hit. The tag title reign lasted too long, and it was boring. They're taking the fizz. WWE taking the fizz out of them. They got so much potential, which is why this feud should have been great. But it's just been, it's nothing been really exciting about it. I'm not gonna be excited about Bo Dallas versus Solo whenever it happens. But it is what it is. MTG, let me know about this match and your thoughts on these groups.
Well, being there live, seeing it in person, it was actually one of the best. It was one of the best matches of the night. I probably would say second best match of the night. And FT gets involved, and and then Apollo Crews comes out, and then who was the other guy that came to try to help?
Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder.
Yeah, it was Matt Apollo Crews tried to come out and help, and then they got beat up. And the overall, the match was really good. It was probably second best match of the night.
Okay. What do you think about this match in the factions, Bird?
The match was actually a banger. It reminded me of when Sheamus and Cesaro first started fighting. It was a hard hitting match like that. It was actually, I agree with MTG. It was one of the best matches of the night, and I wouldn't mind seeing them, get in the ring again. I wasn't too much of a fan of Dragunov at first, but he really grew on me. He's actually pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing this again in the near future. And as far as the factions, I agree. I think they're gonna let his brother go. He ain't wrestled. He ain't, he's not doing anything. And as far as the Wyatt Six, I agree there too. It's watered down now, and they're not really doing anything with him. I feel now this feud is watered down. They should have been had a big match of some sort, and just should have ended it. But by the time they do have the match, nobody be interested, like you said. So they just need to hurry up and just kill it quick before they damage the characters that's involved, in my opinion.
I believe this should have been a rivalry they worked on for like 3 months, and then they should have did this at Survivor Series. The elimination match or whatever. The not the chamber match, but the God dang it, what's the match where they got the big old cage and 2 rings? Yeah, War Games. This would have been a great War Games match if they would have done it right. But they did. So it is what it is. Famous. What's your thoughts on this and the factions?
All right, I'm just going to make it pretty short and sweet here. I got to agree with all of you guys. I thought the match between Eli Dragunov and Tama Tonga was great, but here's the problem I have. And hear me out on this, guys. This is what bothers me on the creative side. Listen, let's finish the match. Let the match finish. We want to see a match between Eli Dragunov and Tama Tonga. If the creative side put this match together and wanted this match to happen, it should have finished without any outside interference. Listen, after the match is over, once you have a winner, then if you feel like the team should be coming out and attacking this wrestler, fine. But at the end of the day, let us watch the match. You put it together for a reason, because you wanted to entertain us. You wanted us to see a banger match, which we've all discussed about that it was a banger match. But the outside interference to me should only happen if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. And that's the problem I have with these matches that we put together on the creative side is you put it together, just let it happen. Let us enjoy it. Let us see what this match is gonna how is it going to transpire? How's it going to entertain us? And when you talk about Eli Dragunov, hey, I watched him at NXT. The guy's a beast. Tama Tonga, working with the MFT and Solo's whole family. The faction's great. I just want to see matches finish. I want us to really be able to enjoy it and understand, did the match make sense? Was it worth watching? So again, that's the only problem I have, other than the match being exactly what you guys described.
Yeah, definitely, man. I kind of agree a little bit. I think the reason for this interference was probably to set something else up later on down the line, pretty much. That's how it goes. I don't see the point of all the Apollo Crews and Matt Cardona coming down there if they're already beefing with a whole nother faction. Unless they're gonna have it to where Solo is trying to take over the whole roster. Well, if that's the case, then it makes no sense for you not to be going for the United States or the WWE Championship. You feel what I'm saying? If you're gonna try to do the whole roster, this is my show type of thing, you gotta be the top dog. With that being said, same thing goes for the Wyatt Six. They're not going for main championship. They're just picking 2 people to go for the tag title. That's not gonna cut it at all. Like, Get that out of here. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of shit. Like, why are we as 5, 6 fucking people going for these tag titles? We can't. What we gonna all do? Like, here, your turn this week. Here, your turn this week. Your turn. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. We got a lot of actual tag teams that can actually do something. Where's Motor Machine Guns? We all know they ain't. We all know Street Profits are in the Saturday night main event stuff right now. It's I don't know. I'm gonna move on because I don't want to ramble too much. But I just want them to do better with these factions. That's all I'm saying. Y'all, anything else about this one, y'all?
Well, the one thing I will say about the Wyatt Six, I don't know. I expected them to book them a lot better. And ever since they lost to the final test, when Uncle Howdy got pinned by Karrion Kross in the final testament, I was like, yeah, they don't really know what they're really doing too much with these guys. I'm not really. Like, I feel like they should have been winning majority of the time when they first started, because you know how they debuted badass, like they were attacking everybody backstage, all the lights were out, everybody was down on the ground. It was one of the most badass debuts ever. And you go from that, and then you lose along the way. That didn't fly with me. That's why I don't like how they booked the Wyatt Six. But this feud with the Wyatt Six and the NFT, I'm actually enjoying it. That's all I got.
I got something I want to say about that too, because you guys brought up some interesting points. Here's the bottom line: it starts with the creative side. Listen, you brought the Wyatt Six back here for a reason. You put the tag team champion chips on them, and then after that, now we're starting to see them fade away a little bit. My question to the creative side that starts with Triple H and TKO, what are you planning on doing with them? We know that they were the Wyatt family. The original Wyatt family was great, but then you wanted to start this faction in remembrance of Bray Wyatt. But the question is, what are your plans? Listen, I mean, it's clear. What was the point of putting the tag team championships on them? And then all of a sudden now we're starting to see them deteriorate. Like, come on, creative team, you put this faction together for a reason. Do something with them. It's like I'm starting to understand and realize that they're just there to be there. To me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I get you, famous. You're not wrong, man. Creative do got to do better. Hopefully they will. I guess we just gotta let them cook. That used to be what I used to say, but lately they've been burning the food, so I don't want to keep letting them cook. But anyways, let's go ahead. It's dog shit. What's going on with that? Next thing we got on the agenda, man, we had we had a little run-in. We set up something. We set up a match later on, which is gonna help me into another scenario later on. So this run-in was between Aleister Black and Randy Orton. Cool little run-in. I forgot exactly what Aleister Black said, but basically Randy was just like, you got a problem with it, get your wrestling gear on and meet me in the ring. So that's the match that we had for later on. I liked it. I really liked it. The personalities of Randy and Aleister Black can really...
Can I ask one question there before you go on? Nope. Why in the hell did we let go of Karrion Kross to give Aleister Black his gimmick? That's all I want to ask.
That's what I said. I said the same thing. They literally just gave Aleister Black, Karrion Kross his gimmick. This is what I think, right? They already had Zelina on contract. They didn't want to let her go, but they didn't have much to do. This is creative fault, by the way. But they didn't have much for Zelina creatively, right? All right, cool. They already knew Aleister Black wanted to come back. With that being said, they didn't want to re-sign Scarlett. They wanted Karrion. They didn't want to re-sign Scarlett. They already were doing budget cuts. As much as they wanted Karrion, they didn't want him so much to where they had to keep Scarlett. So they're like, if we can't just get you, and then for this kind of rate at that. I heard the contract wasn't it was okay, but it wasn't where it should have been, especially with him have had the #1 sales and merchandise when his negotiations was going on. So with that being said, they didn't want to re-sign both of them, so they let them go, and this gave the whole gimmick to Aleister Black. But what you about to say, famous?
I got a response, and thank you, Boss Man, for bringing this topic up, because this is just crazy. Listen, did you guys? I mean, this is for everybody. Did you guys not start to see that Karrion Kross was getting pop.
Yeah.
So in that case, why not keep him? Listen, Scarlett and Karrion Kross were doing their thing. We're starting to see Aleister Black and Selena not getting any pop. Like, nobody's really caring about it because, again, like the boss was saying, they're feeding off of what Scarlett and Karrion Kross were doing. To me, it's like, yo, what in the hell is this creative team thinking? Like, come on, guys. Like, yo, man, I'll tell you what. I'm so mad about how TKO is doing this and Triple H having to go back and forth. They can't get nothing right with that. That really doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you're getting pop and you're putting fans in the seats and the fans are responding, that's where the money should be made. Like, he's doing it for you. And the fact that now you're letting Aleister Black and Selena take over, they're not getting any pop at all versus somebody who's getting pop. Yo, I got to do a mic drop. I'm done. I'm done.
And think about it. Without them taking Karrion Kross's gimmick, they would have been getting pop. Like, Aleister Black was popular as hell before he left. And he got a pop when he first came back. So if they would just let them naturally be, they would have been just fine. But since you gave him, and everybody sees it, you gave him Aleister Black, Karrion Kross's whole persona, and people don't like that. You know what I mean? They don't like it at all. So what you about to say, MTG?
No, nothing. I forgot.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. But yeah, anyway, like I said, we had this match set up between him and Randy. Pretty good styles, man. Overall, I just knew it was gonna be a really good match, so I was really excited whenever it came around. We'll talk about it later when it actually happens. So next thing we had Jade Cargill come out, pretty much flexing, saying, I whooped up on Jordan Grace. I'll defend my title whenever I want. And keep in mind, y'all, this is a creative problem. Of course, there's a few injuries. Yes, we know. Jade Cargill done killed a couple people. Not literally. We love you, Jade. But done took out a couple people. With that being said, and Bianca's hurt. With that being said, there's a few wrestlers women wrestlers not in play right now. So creative had to kind of scramble a little bit. But here's my thing. I be trying to give them grace. But it's so many women and women wrestlers and so many people in the creative team to where this shouldn't be this big of a problem. Jade Cargill should at least defended the title 3 times by now. She's been champion, 90 days now? Minimum, over 100. It's been over 100. Like, 3 title defenses by now should have been fine. You know what I mean? She ain't on no part-time contract. She's there all the time. So, she go out every week and just say, I'm that bitch. That's it. That's all they got for her, pretty much. And she stared up Charlotte Flair tonight, and that was pointless. Cause I'm gonna tell you why in just a little bit. But we're gonna ball all this up in the same thing. After she got done, after she went out there and said, I would Jordan on that bitch and walked off. She had a little stare down with Charlotte Flair because the next match was Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax versus Kiana James. Now, this match was really good. I swear, I enjoyed it a lot. The main reason I enjoyed it is because Kiana James won. I am excited about this. Y'all, I don't know if our fans have seen Kiana James back when she was in NXT, but Kiana James is phenomenal. Kiana James is great. She's up and coming. She looks great. She wrestles great. She talks decent too. Like, she's not a bad mic person. So it's like, it's not much that she can't do. I'm glad they're getting her, not keeping her under Julia for so long. Really, there's no point in keeping her under Julia because Julia's not getting much of a pop. I'm not saying it's her fault either. We'll talk about that later. But I like it. I love the fact that this year they're actually giving new stars a chance. As for we know Javon Evans at this point. Javon Evans has qualified. Now Kiana James qualified. Me personally, I really thought Charlotte was gonna win. I really wanted Nia to win. I was shocked and elated that Kiana won. So yeah, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna borrow this whole thing. Them two subjects up with one thing. Bird, what you got to say about Jade Cargill and this match?
Well, I agree. It's not Jade Cargill's fault. She has been a champion for 90 days, and I can't even remember who she really, you know, had a real good feud with and defended the title with. Um, and again, it's not her fault. Uh, the match was good. I thought the same thing. I thought they was gonna give it to Charlotte. I'm always rooting for Nia, always. And Kiana James really shocked me. I'm one of the ones, as you know, I don't watch NXT, so I really don't know too much about her. But last night, she really opened my eyes. That match was good, and to me, that was the second match that was good, besides um, the Dragunov match, in my opinion. So, in my opinion, those are the two best matches of the night. So, but yeah, really good triple threat. I'm glad to see that she's getting a push now because I thought she was just really a manager. I didn't really know that she got down like that. So it's good to see that she's now getting a push and a chance. Great match.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Famous, you can go next. What do you think about it?
Well, I'm gonna pull a Stephen A. Little right there. Okay, listen. We can all agree here the women's division's on fire. That's just plain and simple. Each and every week, we're getting what we are to expect. So that's the bottom line here. Great match. We know Charlotte's a future Hall of Famer. We all know that right now. Nia Jax, another one. And I have to tell you, watching Kiana James in NXT, good wrestler. I really wanted her to be able to win the NXT championship. Fortunately, she didn't get the opportunity. But she was called up to main roster. She had a bad knee injury that took her out for a while. Then she came back and she is working with Julia, which I absolutely love. I think it gels well. And I like the foreseen future for Kiana James only if the creative team really makes this work. You gave her the match to qualify her for Elimination Chamber, which we all know I don't think she's going to win, but if she does, I wouldn't be mad about it. But the whole point I'm trying to make is this. The women's division's on fire, and we got a lot more things happening, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. MTG, talk to me.
Yeah, I never watched Kiana James wrestle, but I wasn't mad that she won. And yeah, that triple threat match was really good. I thought Charlotte was gonna win, but yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a good one, and I enjoyed it. That was probably third best match of the night. And the first one is later on, but I'm pretty sure we'll get into that.
Okay, yeah. It was pretty decent, like you said. I really enjoyed it, and yes, bro, my brother asked if Nia Jax lose some weight. Yes, Nia Jax did lose weight. She has been trimming down, pretty much getting in better shape. For y'all who don't know, Nia Jax used to be like skinny, like built like I can say like a toothpick, pretty much, with a little bit of curve on her. But she used to be very, very small back in her younger days, like in her college days or whatnot. Days like that, she was very, very small. So her trying to lose weight and be more in shape, that just shows her trying to be in a better shape and better how can I say a better condition for these matches or whatnot. So shout out to her. Shout out to her. She's doing her thing. We surely appreciate everything that she does, and it does not go unnoticed. Now, like I said, we were excited about this win, and I don't know who's gonna win the elimination chamber between the women. Like I really have no idea because we all pretty much know by now that it's gonna be who is it again? Liv Morgan gonna challenge Stephanie. We all pretty much know that. So whoever wins is gonna end up challenging Jade. I just hope it's somebody that can have a decent story against her. So that is what it is. The next subject. Let's go.
One thing I will say about Nia, she was always beautiful though. She didn't need to lose that weight. She was always. That's all I gotta say.
Well, it's not really about looks. It's about just being in shape. You know what I mean? Like that just because you want to lose weight and be in better shape for just to be around longer and have less health issues. That doesn't mean you're not beautiful. You're not. You don't look good or wear it well. I don't mean that at all. So
yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Next thing we had on the agenda, we had Kit Wilson versus Obafemi. Man. All right, so before the match actually started, well, it technically did start. They rang the bell, and Kit's like, "Why'd you ring the bell?" So he got like a little poem book that he tried to read a poem to try to soften up Obafemi. All right. It did at first. He was like, "All right, hey, that was a good one." Then he told him to read another one, and the second one said something about Oba being toxic. So he threw him in the ring, obliterated him. Pretty much, he beat that man senseless. Probably about 2 minutes of a butt whooping. Then he did the fall from grace, power bomb, and got the 1, 2, 3. Obafemi is gonna be an absolute star, and even with getting squashed, Kit Wilson is starting to be a little star too. He's over like hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're excited to see him. Shout out to Kit Wilson, by the way. If y'all know on Instagram, I have a picture with him on my profile picture. So shout out to him, man. I'm glad to see that he's still in, even when his partner got hurt. So I liked it. It's kind of funny that this is going to be his first feud, his first feud or rivalry, whatever you want to call it, with Kit Wilson. So hopefully they feed off each other. It looked like he may sign to SmackDown. I thought it was going to be Raw. I really did. But if he's going to have a whole feud or rivalry with somebody on SmackDown, then he probably might sign with SmackDown. We're going to see. He hasn't officially signed yet. We're going to see. Famous, what do you think about this whole thing with Oba trying to sign somewhere? And are you liking the Kit Wilson thing?
As I said before, Obafemi's going to be the future of WWE. I know they're going to put him in hopefully in the right situations where we're going to start seeing him feuding with, WWE superstars on the roster. Whether it's going to be on Raw or SmackDown, we don't know yet. I thought this match was a complete joke. It should have never been put together. Listen, Kit Wilson is a character. We've all seen him as a character when he was with his tag team partner with Pretty Deadly. We get it. But I'm not real too confident about him as a singles wrestler. I just don't know what they're going to do with him as a wrestler. He's entertaining as hell. The toxic thing is great. But this match to me was a joke. I thought it was disrespectful to Obafemi. I know when we talk about wrestlers having to fight jobbers, it's always good once in a while. But the simple fact that Obafemi's a beast, never really had an opportunity to finish the job against Cody Rhodes. That should have been finished, honestly. And again, this guy's going to be the out. I'm surprised. I'm going to give it a couple months, and I think he's a world champion. I just see it that way. I wouldn't even put the Intercontinental belt on him. I wouldn't even put the United States title on him. Just put the world title on him. The guy's an absolute stud. But again, I pull for all wrestlers. I hope the best for them. Kit Wilson definitely needs to stay there. Now, he's a character. He's doing his thing. But as a singles wrestler, I just don't know. I'm really not sure yet. I need to pay attention a little bit more. But I am going to support all of them. I want them to go after what they want to go after. And that's never going to stop. So I'll turn it over to whoever.
For sure. I will say this about Kit Wilson. Like, outside of just the theatrics and everything, he can wrestle his ass off. I'll tell you that. Him Pretty Deadly, him and his partner, I just forgot his name. But they can wrestle their ass off. Huh?
Ellen Prince, that's his name.
Yeah. They can wrestle their ass off for sure. I hope he gets to show it again pretty soon. I did see Oba. My fault, I missed the comment, but I'll read it later, brother. I did see Oba and Rusev in the stare down recently. Oh yeah, that may happen, but that's Raw. That's a Raw thing that may happen. So I guess they're gonna test the field on his reactions on both sides and see what happens. But But we'll see. We'll see. Bird, what you think about this match in the Obafemi and Kid?
I gotta agree with Famous. I think it was a waste. They could have did something better with it. Uh, Obafemi, I've seen a little bit of his stuff, but I haven't really too much seen him. From what I've seen, he's good. He's going to be a future world champion real soon. But and as far as Kid Wilson, he's good too. Pretty Daily was actually a good tag team. So when they had that little push that they were getting, I'm surprised they didn't run with it with them. But I agree with Famous. It kind of was kind of a waste. They could have came up with something better than that.
I feel you. I feel you. You know, they always got characters like that too. I mean, characters like that got to exist because look at the Miz and R-Truth. They've been around forever, jobbing.
Yeah, they could have did. Not even saying that because he was a jobber. You know, I understand that characters need that, but they could have came up with a different scenario or something. Because that wasn't even really a match. That was like a promo. You know, that a promo. Then he attacked him, and then he just pinned him. So in my opinion, that wasn't, not a match at all. So it was more of a promo. So that's what I mean. It could have did something different with that.
What do you think, MTG?
That was my. I went to the concession stands during that match because I knew that it was going to be a squash, and I knew it was going to end only in a few seconds. And at that part, I was meeting up with friends of mine in the building, and. But as far as Obafemi goes, I only seen a few matches. I don't watch NXT either. But I've seen him wrestle against Moose from TNA. Him and Moose put up a banger. And that's really the only match I've seen from Obafemi. But overall, the guy looks great. He has a great look. He has all the potential in the world to be world champion. Hell, they might not even put the Intercontinental or U.S. title first. They might just put him straight into world champion. They might do that later on in the future.
He'll probably be in the picture, but I'm not sure about him winning immediately. They may do him like they do Javon and Trick.
No, I don't think he's gonna win immediately. I meant probably a year or a year and a half or a year or maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. For sure. That's cool. Yeah, hopefully they do something with Oval, man. Like you said, I didn't think the 6 was too bad because at least we got a sighting from him. You know what I mean? A sighting from Kit. I think Kit's gonna be around for a long time. Over, of course, we know, but if Kit willing to do this, what he's doing, he's gonna be around for a very, very long time. Very, very long time. So we'll see. We'll see what they got for him. The next thing that we had on the agenda, we had Tiffany Stratton versus Over Fire. Not Over Fire. Alba Fire. Which it was a decent match. It wasn't no bad match. It wasn't my favorite match of the night at all, but they kind of went back and forth. I pretty much knew Tiffany was gonna win the whole time. We had a wardrobe malfunction too. If anybody been paying attention online, with Tiffany Stratton, this is kind of become a regular thing with Tiffany. This is like the third time it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? I don't know what she need to do. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose. Or the camera people are just really good at what they do. Either way it go, keep happening.
I'm gonna say all three.
All three. I feel. But yeah, it was a decent match. Miss Tiffany did pick up the win. We had Chelsea Green out there. Well, we all know Chelsea Green had an injury to her foot. She's coming out of action for a little bit, and this couldn't have came at a worse time because Brie literally just had that thing with Michael Hayes on Unreal about a month ago, talking about she can't do nothing but put other good stars over. So, I just hate to hear that, and she hated to hear it too on the interview that she did 3 weeks ago. But that is what it is. That's a whole separate thing. But I just hate that she got injured. Hopefully we see her back soon, and hopefully WWE sees her potential and has her doing more than just putting other people over. Hell, she was just the mixed tag team champion with Ethan Page, and with AAA. Did she have the United States title at the same time?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think her and
Ethan.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, her and Ethan were both double champions at the same time.
Yeah, and I
So
thought
it's
they
like,
were gonna go. I thought, not to cut you off, but I thought they
you
were really gonna go something with that. That was actually a nice thing, and I thought that was actually really pushing her character in the right direction. But they dropped the ball on that.
I think this is just me personally. They could have picked one of those guys in NXT that's not doing anything, like not doing jack squat, right? There's plenty of them we got, or even somebody on the regular roster. It don't matter. Pick somebody, put them behind Ethan Page, along with him having that title. He has the North American title, her having the U.S. title, and then them being double tag champions or whatnot, and AAA champions. That could have been a whole Secret Service thing. You know what I mean? For the United States.
That was a great idea what you just said. That would have made it way. Oh, that would have been nice.
It would have been
Everybody start dressing up in like Men in Black like suits, and oh man.
Yes,
oh, man.
And we know Chelsea Green has a different outfit every single time she wrestles.
Yeah.
So she could have did that. She could have made she could have made the whole group's outfits every single time, and that would have been so fire.
That would have been nice. That would have been a nice little faction, even if it would have been for a few months or whatever. That still would have been nice to see, and I think that would have pushed a lot of people's careers.
That would have. It would have fed them for sure. MGD, you can tell me your thoughts on the match though.
It was a great match. It was exciting to see Tiffany Stratton wrestle live in person for the first time, and she got a great crowd reaction. You know, everybody loves Tiffy time, and her and Alba Fire actually put up a great match too. I really enjoyed that, and it sucks that Chelsea Green is injured right now, and it sucks that she has to put talent over instead of like there's a lot to see in her. I feel like she can be a really good women's champion one day. She's done it in TNA, and I think she did also in WWE as well. So I hope they don't let her put her in that role where she has to put people over and for very long. But overall, that match with Tiffany and Alba, it was great.
Gotcha. Bird, tell me what you think about it.
It was a good match. Everybody loves Tiffy time. Alba Fire did good too as well, and then also reminded us that she is okay in the ring. She's not, she's not weak or anything. She can really wrestle as well. It was a good match. I kind of knew Tiffany was gonna win, but like I said, it opened eyes or put our attention more on Alba Fire because maybe we forgot that she can't wrestle since she really haven't really been doing that, but really good match.
And the only thing I can say is that the only time that I can remember Alba Fire being good was when she was in NXT UK, because I remember when she won the NXT Women's Champion.
Yep, definitely. They ain't done much with her after that, but boy, they did win the tag titles at one time. Her and the girl they let go. No disrespect to her. It's just hard for me to remember the name. Isla Dawn, yeah. They won it in their home country when it was like a week after her mom died or something like that. So it was very emotional when they did win it. But let's say, Famous, what do you think about this match?
Man, you guys pretty much summed it up. I think, I've been talking about this and going to say it a lot more because it's just an actual fact. The women's division is on fire. It's a proven fact. But most importantly, I think what we need to be talking about is the fact that because the women's roster is so stacked on Raw and SmackDown, it's just really good to see the women want to work together to elevate each other. We know Tiffany Stratton is already there, but the fact that she wanted to work with Alba Fire to get her over a little bit, like Miguel was talking about, is just an amazing thing. I mean, it's just great to see everybody wanting to work together to elevate one another. And, we have the women and the men, top superstars, saying, look, if I see a future in somebody, I want to work with them. I want to elevate them, because they're the future of the business. So, and that comes from the men and the women. And we're just seeing it each and every week on both sides. And it's just an amazing thing to watch. And Tiffany Stratton is definitely just a top superstar and will be a future Hall of Famer. Alba Fire, she's just putting her hard work in. She's just doing her thing. And that in itself just makes a huge difference in us being not only pro wrestling fans, but podcasters, and just getting the ability to talk about it and bringing our energy to our fans and every fan out there, a wrestling fan as well. So it's just a great sight to see. And, we'll take it day by day and week by week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like them points, famous. This we just have to see what they develop from here. Hopefully they do develop something. I can't wait for Chelsea to come back. I was a fan of Chelsea for sure. I mean, I still am.
Well, I was a fan of her since TNA. That's all I've been a fan of her.
Yeah, for sure. She knows how to connect with the crowd. Whether she's a heel or a face, she knows how to connect with the crowd. So hopefully she come back soon. Like I said, Tiffany won. Kind of no surprise. We'll see what they do. Next thing that we have on the agenda, we had the Elimination Chamber men's qualifying match. I believe this was match of the night. Really, really good match. Really, really good match. It was between Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, and Damian Priest. All three of these guys showed out. Trick Williams showed tonight how much better he has gotten since just being on the main roster. Because my only concern with that, his wrestling was just okay. So far, it wasn't terrible. He wasn't no bad wrestler, but it was just, not as good as everybody else. Or not everybody else, of some other main event people. But tonight, he showed that he's been working. He's been working his ass off. Carmelo Hayes and Damian Priest really showed out as well. I don't know what they're going to do with Damian Priest. At least Carmelo has the United States title. But I don't know what they're going to do with Damian. He's pretty much losing a good amount now. Maybe they may lead to something. With that being said, we all knew his in-ring ability was never the problem. It just was his mic work and, anything else. Pretty much mic work, in my opinion.
His mic work as a heel is actually better than it is as a baby face. Honestly, they should turn Damian Priest back a heel. He's a lot better as a heel because if you watch them in Judgment Day, like how the way he was cutting the promos, like you should turn him back heel. That's what I think.
I mean, think about it. A lot of he had a few promos outside in the ring, but they're with like the whole group out there. When he usually did his best promos of work, it was backstage during like the cut scenes or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of that he did really good at. And I think, like you said, him being heel would be a lot better. They just, matter of fact, that's probably what they're doing. Making him lose a lot. I'm gonna snap in him. Probably getting he's turning heel. He had to feud with Aleister Black. Aleister Black said, we'll just do your inner stuff, whatever, the Karrion Kross effect, pretty much. Karrion Kross effect was good. It affected other people into affecting other people. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's gonna turn heel. Just like, Karrion Kross should do. Aleister Black was in the field with Jamie, and he's going to turn heel. So hopefully they do that pretty soon. But this match was great. It was great to see Trick and Carmelo back in the ring together. I'm surprised they didn't really reference much about Trick Melo game, them two specifically, while they were inside the ring. You know what I mean? They just kind of had a regular match, but they didn't really say, they didn't give a hug, they didn't give a I hate you punch, nothing like that to really reference the fact that they were, together as partners for so long. But I liked this match. Trick won, which is exciting. Now we got Trick and Javon in the Elimination Chamber. Y'all, I'm excited to see this. I can't wait. I'm glad WWE is doing things with these new superstars, these new wrestlers. It is very much needed. Let's see. Bird, what do you think about this match, man?
Man, this match was the banger. Like you said, it really showed that Trick been working. He's been in the ring. He's been training. He's looked better since when I've seen him. And Carmelo Hayes, I love Carmelo Hayes. As far as Damian Priest, I don't know what they're doing with him. Like you said, it might be a heel turn. I can see that on a rise. But the match was excellent. I like that they put those three together in that triple threat. Uh, it was a real good. And I hope soon now that we've seen Trick and Carmelo, touch in the ring now, that hopefully now we can get a United States Championship match out of this. I can really see Trick becoming a United States champion in the future, and wouldn't it be bittersweet for him to take it from Carmelo? So it was a great triple threat. Like I said, hopefully we get that championship match in the future.
I think that should be the WrestleMania match. Trick versus Melo. They can just build off their old history. They can have Trick. They can pretty much reference this upcoming up till the Elimination Chamber, and then like after the Elimination Chamber, the SmackDown next of it have Trick talking trash to him pretty much. Oh man, dang man, I was in the Elimination Chamber. You're just still United States champion. And then Melo be like, well, if I was in, I would have won. And then they go from there and have the actual match at WrestleMania. That's what I think. And it would be a banger too, because they had a banger match at Stand and Deliver 2 years ago. So yeah, MTG, what you think about it? Oh, I'm sorry. You about to say
Huh?
No. I was just gonna say, wasn't that match that you referenced? Wasn't it for a title?
No.
That wasn't.
That match they had was just a grudge match
At Stand Deliver.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay.
Go ahead, MTG.
Yeah, this was match of the night, and even being there live in person makes it even more fun. Trick Williams, there's a real bright future coming for that guy. I mean, I didn't watch him a lot in NXT, but watching him in TNA when he was the TNA World Champion, he did good there. I like that he's this cocky heel that thinks that he can beat everybody up. That's one thing I like about Trick Williams. Like, he acts like he's that type of heel that acts like that, and like, he's doing a good job being an asshole on television. And I wasn't mad when Trick won. I was actually happy for Trick when he won. And I thought Damian was going to win, honestly. And then, and I think Trick will do good. Him and Javon Evans will do good inside the Elimination Chamber. They're not going to win, but they'll make it fun to watch. Then Carmelo Hayes, he's the U.S. champion. I even took my U.S. title to the arena because I had the U.S. title first coming with me. So I had both the U.S. title and I bought this. And then once Carmelo Hayes came out, I threw up that U.S. title up. And I was like, yeah, here's the U.S. champ right here as well. And yeah, so that match was awesome. Match of the night.
Yes, sir. Famous, talk to us, man.
Yo, man, you guys put the nail on the dot. Listen, Damian Priest, entertaining and fun to watch, very committed to the business. Trick Williams, an upcoming star with no question in my mind. I think this was the right choice to have Trick Williams win the match. I think, his future is very bright. I do like the Byrd situation of maybe having Trick Williams fight Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship. That would be a banger match. I think two people that work together are now going to be bitter rivals. Maybe they'll work together in the future. I'm glad that Carmelo didn't win. I'm going to tell you why, because again, I emphasize this every single time on my podcast, and it just has to happen. Every championship must be defended at every pay-per-view. I don't care for what particular reason. Give us a reason why you believe that you put the championship on these wrestlers. So when you do that, it's just telling us, hey, this is our champion. Okay, if this is our champion, show us why. Give them the hardest competition. Let them go out there and shine, the very highest level. I think Carmelo Hayes has a very bright future. I think we all know that. But at the end of the day, this match was just everything that we were to expect and nothing less. And yeah, man, it was really worth it. And like I said, the men's and women's division on both brands are just exciting to watch. And I think we could talk about the creative side later on down the road. I think that's something we're going to discuss. But other than that, I agree with the guys 100%. I think it was awesome, and I just want to watch great pro wrestling, and we got what we wanted out of that match last night for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like I said, hopefully they build on to it, man. It's looking pretty promising so far with Trick. Like I said, we're glad he won, and we'll see what happens next with them. So, next on the agenda, and we had a match. We had the match that really could have been skipped. Rhea and Julia. It was
What?
and yeah, could have been skipped.
I wouldn't say skip. That Kit Wilson over Femi, yes, but this match, no, I wouldn't say skip. Go ahead.
I would say skip because I don't see here they're not. Kit Wilson is over more than Julia. Over Femi is over more than Julia.
I get it.
They're over more than her. That like it makes sense to have them on screen. They're not doing nothing much with Julia other than tell her go out there and we put the title on you. Nothing creative about her. Nothing creative. And that's not her fault. Like I said, it's not the wrestler's fault. They're not doing anything weird. That's why it can be skipped. Until you build somebody up, stop having them out there getting worse and worse pops. Worse and worse reactions. It's hurting them to see somebody out there and getting no pop. And now they're like, that United States title could have stayed on Chelsea. Could have stayed on her. You know what I mean? That would have been. She does a lot better for it than anybody else. Hey, I'd rather Meechin have it at this point. Huh?
What happened?
I said I dang rather have Meechin have it at this point. Okay, I like Julia. Julia had a lot of hype.
Whoa, come on.
Well,
we ain't gonna go all that. We're not gonna say we'd rather have Meechin.
How many times I'm gonna say it? Hey, put the camera to your ear so you can hear this. Put the camera to your ear so you can hear the bird. Meechin would have been doing a better job right now than Julia.
Oh man,
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
I agree with you, man. You know how I feel about Meechin. That's why I said.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to put the phone to your ear, can't nobody hear. Just just to make sure. Make sure you heard me when I said it though. They ain't doing what with that Julia girl, and she had a lot of hype coming around her. And I seen her in New Japan Wrestling a couple times. I think she's a phenomenal wrestler. I think her character can do a lot more. But WWE is just so, oh my God. I'm telling you, man, I don't like the WWE writers, especially after Unreal. That's going to be another show we're going to do eventually. But after Unreal came out, it confirmed how incompetent they are. So when you see something like Julia happening, you see like everything that we think about them is right. We are right.
And anytime when they pitch ideas to that creative team, they need to listen to these people more often.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. I'm glad again the Kiana James off of her though. She was just about to waste away with her. Famous. What do you think about this match, man, and everything around it?
So I hear what you guys are saying, but again, here's what I'm talking about. Let the match finish. We had interruption from Lash Legend, Nia Jax, and Io Sky. Listen, if you put a match together, let it end. Let's get a clear winner. If after the fact, you want to have all these women come out like Nia Jax, Lash Legend, and Io Sky, fine. Duke it out, whatever the case may be, because we know what's going to happen anyway. But I really wanted to see this match between Julia and Rhea Ripley. Why? Because I just talked about it. Rhea Ripley wanted to work with Julia for a reason. To just, basically get her a little over. Now, listen, we can debate and argue that Julia is United States champion. FTW brought up a great point, which I've emphasized. If you put a championship on somebody, you need to prove and let us know why you put the title on her. You need to elevate her at the very highest level. I don't care what championship you have. But the bottom line is, we all know that Rhea Ripley's a future Hall of Famer. We know how many titles she's won. Great. But the fact of the matter is Rhea wanted to do this for a reason. And I think it's just sad that we don't let matches end and finish without any outside interference, unless it makes sense at that time. But this didn't have to make sense. It just made no sense to me. We didn't need anybody coming out to interfere. We should have had a clear winner, one-on-one, and maybe mommy wins, maybe not. But at the end of the day, how could we have ever known if we didn't get a clear winner? To me, this is what I'm talking about, man. Listen, I'm just really frustrated with the creative team because you can't put matches together and not let them finish. So that's my only argument with that. But other than that, it was a horrible match because it never ended. I wanted to see a clear winner. It never gave me an opportunity to say, hey, was this a good match? I would have never known because it didn't end. So I'll let you guys get your opinions on that, but I'm going to keep it real as real can be. I'm a realist. That's why I'm a podcaster. That's why I do what I do, because I got to state facts here, and that's a clear fact. And if you guys don't believe me, you should have saw the match yourself and said, hey, wait a minute, why didn't we get a clear winner? What is creative doing? Why are they putting us in these type of situations where we're never going to know who wins or loses? So that's just my opinion. I'm going to stick to it.
One thing I will say also, I don't know why it's so hard for them to try not to make these title defenses great. Like, you can't, like, even with this partnership with AAA and TNA, like, let the AAA and TNA people get a shot, but not win the belts, but like get a shot at some of these ladies to go after the women's champion, like have them drop out. Like, you could have somebody for TNA wrestle Julia at Elimination Chamber, from somebody either from AAA or TNA to wrestle Julia for the U.S. title at Elimination Chamber. Like, you could do that every pay-per-view. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. It should be a lot easier, especially with this partnership.
Yeah, I mean, you also got AAA too. You know what I mean? We got plenty of women.
Yeah, that's what I said. TNA and AAA.
TNA. Yeah. So for sure, I agree with you. Trust me, you cooking, but they suck. Creative sucks, man. AAA, Road Dogg, Michael Hayes, all of them. Garbage. It is. Somebody said this on Instagram and TikTok, and I completely agree with them. The WWE is a good old boys club. All they homeboys and friends are the ones running everything. The only one doing a good job is Shawn Michaels. All the rest on trash. It's crazy that everybody that was involved with corporate or DX is somehow in creative or doing something big in WWE. It's just no coincidence.
Because Hunter gave him the job.
I know. Yeah, I know. And Vince didn't stop it. You know what I'm saying? Vince was right there when he gave most of them the job. So
yeah, but there was really nothing Vince can do because he already sold the company to TKO. So what could he really do?
I mean, when he got so Road Dogg and Michael Hayes was in place before then. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that is true.
They was in place. They were in place before then. Now they may have got a few more responsibilities, but they were had good jobs in WWE before then, and like stuff had to go through them type of stuff before Vince sold it. And that was it. Like I said, it was Triple H's thing, but Vince didn't stop it. Now the only reason I think Vince didn't stop it because Vince like, I'm the boss. Whenever I get there and say something's gonna change, I'm just gonna do it. So that's why I think he was like, he don't care who's in charge, because when Vince didn't like something and he wanted to change it that night, he'll do it. He would do it. So,
and I know that this is kind of not really on the topic, but like, hell, you could have had Mike Santana, the TNA World Champion, fight Dominic for the Intercontinental Champion. You could have done stuff like that because Dominic hasn't been defending the Intercontinental title in a while.
Well, he was hurt. He just came back from injury.
Oh yeah, makes sense. But even before injury, like after he went from John Cena at Survivor Series, like what was he really doing with that IC title, with that second run?
Not too much.
And I'm not saying Mike Santana. I'm not saying Mike Santana should beat him, but at least give him him somebody to work with for the
definitely like Leon Slater.
Even Leon Slater, send some of these guys. Like, it shouldn't be this hard. Or even send people from NXT to fight some of these guys on the main roster, or send somebody. Like, it just shouldn't be this hard.
Anybody, you bring Nick Nimitz back for another match, I'm pretty sure he get a big pop. But anyways, It is what it is. You want to say something before Bird go, Famous?
I want to take any time from Bird. I just want to point out something that I think everybody should understand as pro wrestling fans. Now, listen, we can't really blame TKO from this aspect and point. And the reason why I said it is because Triple H has been in the business for decades. He should know better on how to make matches make sense, like I've been talking about. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. So at this point, because you've been in the business for decades, even before TKO came about, because they just bought the company, they're more on the UFC side. But when they're giving you control and responsibility of the company, and being that you've been in the business for decades, we're expecting you to be on point every single time. Now, is there times where you're a little bit thrown off? Is it expected? Absolutely. You can't be perfect. But the bottom line is he's been around the business for decades, and he should know how to do these things. Like when he was in NXT, he did a great job over there. He turned it over to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is feeding off of Triple H, but you're in the big leagues. You've been doing it for 20 plus years or a decade. You should know these things. You should know how to entice the fans. You should know if the matches don't make sense, you don't put them together. If they make sense and they're putting us in the seats, then you should probably think about doing that. So again, I'm not really blaming TKO on that aspect of it. I'm blaming more Triple H on this aspect of it. So I just wanted to point that out, and then I want Bird to jump on. I didn't mean to cut everybody off, but I just had to get it off my chest because it's an actual fact. It's clearly stated. Each and every week we're watching a program or a PLE. It's just like, Triple H, we expect this of you. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Bird. My apologies, guys.
You're good. You can go ahead, Bird.
We're still on the Julia and Rhea match, right? Okay. That match was okay. I think they're the United States Championship, even though we know it's not Julia's fault. I think it's just like watered down. She needs to get a real good feud, maybe against Rhea or something, or lose the title. Something needs to happen because it's like before she came out, I forgot she had the belt. So when I seen she had the belt, I'm like, oh, that's where the Women's United States Championship is at. But yeah, they need to push that, give it to Rhea, give it to somebody. They need to have it pushed like how they're pushing the Women's the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Excuse me. But as far as the match overall, it was okay. I could have done without it. It was all right. It led it up to the other things, the interferences and things like that. But they could have kind of kept that one, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say this right about the Women's Intercontinental title. I said this on one of the shows before we took a break. I said the Women's Intercontinental title, in my opinion, and I think other people should, when you think about it, you should too. It feels more like a world champion because of the storyline and who's holding it. Becky is making that title so relevant. Yes, she's making that Intercontinental title so relevant and so sought out. Every time she's in a match, you say for the championship, I guarantee if you're not watching, you think it's the WWE title. You know what I mean? You think it because you just feel like, man, Becky doing her thing. This is why I say Becky may have taken the spot as the GOAT women's wrestler over Trish because of what she's doing right now with this title. Her mic work has been impeccable. She hasn't missed on the mic now time. Now the crowd may be flat every once in a while, but her words, when you're like, man, she cooking every single time. She done put over what's the girl name?
Maxine Dupree. Oh,
Maxine Dupree ain't her too, but
Charlotte.
No,
you said
no.
Woo.
Yeah, with the bird, with the feathers and stuff, she be doing.
Oh.
I just forgot her name. I just remembered it right before I said this. Lara Valkyrie. She's actually getting the reactions, the woo reactions out now. She wasn't doing that before started feuding with Becky, right? Now we know who she is, right? Okay, cool. Now she's putting Maxine over. Okay, cool. Like, and it feels important. It feels very, very important. Like, I don't know. I like what she's doing with it, and it feels that just shows that Raw women's titles are way more important right now than both SmackDown titles. By far. It's not even close. Like the WWE title just feels like a third title at this point. She's not defending it, not doing nothing with it. And of course, the United States title is just there, like you just said, not doing anything with them. Becky is going crazy. That, like I said, that's how good Becky has been. She's elevated that title where it feels more important. Now, if they do right creatively, we know it don't. This is how bad the creative is. It don't take much to get the WWE title up. It's already the WWE Women's title. But the fact that they're not trying to do anything with it, it's just so frustrating. What's up, Bert?
You talking about the women's WWE Championship or the men's world's
women's.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the men. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Women's for sure. Hell, damn near the men's too, because CM Punk and Roman gonna cook more than this other match.
Yep.
I don't know. It depends on who wins now. Because Drew is cook. I have to disagree with that. Drew is cooking. I think we probably get the best version of Drew McIntyre on his little run with this title. So it depends on who really wins the chamber. I can think, even though I'm going for the CM Punk and Roman, I think that's going to be the headline night 2. But let's not sleep on the match that Drew has, because it depends on who wins. It can probably be a banger.
Nah, I'm not saying the match is gonna be bad. The match can mess around and be the best match of the whole WrestleMania. But the ticket sales
that's what I'm saying.
are going for Roman and CM Punk.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah. Because it's the better attraction, and they're putting more
story behind it.
On that, more story. Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
What's up, TG?
And I won't be surprised if Drew McIntyre walks out of that triple threat or fatal four-way that might happen. There's a chance that might happen. There's a big chance that might happen. And
so let me tell you this, right? We're about to get into the main event. All right. Yeah. So hold that thought on that. We're gonna talk about this right quick. All right, cool. So the main event, we had Randy Orton versus Aleister Black. They set this up earlier. I pretty much think it should have been the Elimination Chamber qualifying match, should have been the main event. But this was the main event, right? Not a bad match. I got no real complaints about it. Of course, Drew McIntyre around the end, like Famous said, for the third time tonight, a match got interrupted, right? And Drew McIntyre clocked Randy across the head with the title. It looked like Randy's great at selling. It didn't look like he was really knocked out, right? He rolls back in the ring, gets hit with the kick from Aleister Black. 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm not mad at Aleister Black winning. I'm not mad at Drew McIntyre interfering. It was just kind of, like what it's going to lead to for Aleister Black. That's the only thing I'm questioning. What is the point of him winning? You know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. I just want to know what the point is. Maybe just for this thing right here. I personally think, and Famous, y'all kind of agree with this earlier too. It's looking like, because what was the whole point of Drew interfering? He didn't interfere in Javon Evans' match. He didn't interfere in Trick Williams' match. If he were doing that to everybody, I'd be like, okay, he's just screwing with everybody. But he's interfering with Randy. He interfered with Cody, and he's interfered with who is it again too?
Jacob.
Right. And of course, we all know he just terrifies Sammy and any given point. So that's what I think. With him doing that, Randy's gonna get involved somehow, and I think it's gonna be a fatal four-way.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you about
I'm loving this heel Drew. Loving it. The guy's a troll and he's funny, so he's most of the time a comedian, bro. That's how much I like this heel Drew McIntyre. He's such a troll.
Drew's cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, Cody Rhodes called him an asshole live on air too. That was pretty funny. But this is what I think should happen, right? Drew may win the match. Right? That's my prediction. Drew may win. The popular opinion would be for Cody to win. That'd be the safe bet, right? I want Randy to win. If there does be a fatal 4-way, I want Randy to win. The biggest surprise and the biggest upset, and probably the biggest crowd reaction would be if Jacob wins. So it's like you can't. If they throw Randy into it, you can't completely lose. Any situation. Either way, you can't just completely. What's up, Bird?
You can if you give it to Cody again. You don't need to keep giving Cody the title. I feel, and plus, I think he's gonna turn heel soon anyway. They need to. He needs to not have the title right now. He can be in the match, but I just feel that right now he doesn't need it. That's why Drew won it. So that's just my opinion. But I mean, I agree overall. You really can't go wrong. It'd just be like, damn, okay, we just seen this again. So now what? It'd be just too soon. And that's all. It'd be just too soon.
What are your thoughts on the match as well, Bird?
Oh, the match, excellent match. I agree with you. I think the qualifying match should have been, the main event. But this it was a good match. I'm always a fan of watching Aleister Black. He's good, and Randy Orton is Randy Orton. So, great match.
Cool. Famous. What you want to say? You got anything to say about this match and everything that happened around it?
No comment. I'll just leave it as I had it before. I stated no comment. I'm good. You guys pretty much already summed it up. You guys know how I feel already. I'm not going to repeat myself, so I'm good. But I will say this again. Opportunity is always good for wrestlers who don't get an opportunity. But as far as everything else goes, you've already summed it up. It should be a fatal 4-way. We'll find out. But other than that, man, I really have nothing much more to say. So, yeah, I'm good.
I know you're a big Cody fan, so I'm pretty sure you will want Cody to win. Like I said, they'll be
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Uh-oh.
I do not want. I do not. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, Bird. For the first time, I'm going to tell you why. Because, again, Cody doesn't need it. I think you have to look to the future. I think Cody's completed his story. Listen, we all have to agree here that Cody is the guy who carried the business when Roman left. He just did. But with that being said, I'm going to go feed off of Roman. Roman did not need to win the Royal Rumble. Roman does not need to win the championship. If you guys heard the press conference from Triple H, he stated this very quote. Without the championship or with, Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns. He's a future Hall of Famer, period. So again, if we're going to talk about Cody, we're going to talk about Roman in that same breath. None of them need it. They're future Hall of Famers. They are there to elevate every wrestler at the very highest level. So, yeah, no, I don't think Cody needs to win the chamber. I don't think he needs it. No, I agree with you, Bert. I don't. And listen, I love all pro wrestlers. I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. I like Roman Reigns, but nope, I'm going to say he does not need it. No.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I didn't think that Roman Reigns needed to win the Royal Rumble, because if they wanted to, they can just put him in the main event somehow anyway. So they could have definitely gave that Royal Rumble win to somebody else. So I agree with you on that too, Famous. I think he didn't need it. I was actually shocked when he won.
I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think he needed it, but WWE needed him to win because of the fact that the writers, once again, did not create any stars or elevate anybody up high enough to sell tickets that are plummeting. So they got to get Roman Reigns in the main picture. They had to. No other choice. Go ahead.
If Braun Breaker was healthy and didn't get injured, I'm disagreeing with you. I think he would have been the next guy to do it. That's just me. Because think about it.
I agree that he would have been the next guy. But right now, selling Las Vegas tickets right now, they needed Roman. They need him.
But they needed Cody too. Cody and Roman are in the same category. Just because Roman Reigns was champion for 1,000 days, what about does people not give credit for Cody elevating when Roman was gone? Look what Cody did. Everywhere he went to, it was a sellout crowd. They were singing his name. They were chanting his name. Like, yo, we got to put Cody in that same category. Just because he didn't have a title for 1,000 days doesn't mean that he's not in that category.
And with that being said, that will conclude the Friday Night SmackDown review of the game. That was a great review. And now we'll be switching over straight into the Famous B Show, where they'll be continuing the conversation.
Okay. So now we're on Famous B Show? Okay, cool.
Yes,
I like that. I like that background drop. Can we let MTG talk so he didn't get to give his opinion?
Well, even though that Roman is on the card, I still don't think WrestleMania is going to be sold out because of this whole ticket price bullshit.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I know you said that they needed to, but even if they have Roman on the card, it's still not going to sell out because what's really going to push the attendance to go down is the ticket prices. That's the biggest issue right now with WrestleMania. Like even if Roman wasn't on the card, let's say if Roman wasn't in that main event, they still would have sold out. They still would have sold out without the ticket prices being that high.
Yeah, for sure. I agree, and I agree with Famous too. Look, Cody is a main time player. I 100% agree. He's still not selling out by himself. That's why Cody's gonna be in the main event, and Roman's gonna be in the main event. They needed both of them, but Roman had to be there for the Raw part, because Braun Breaker's not gonna bring the same amount of ticket sales that Roman's gonna bring for the Raw side of the championship. That's the only thing. Not like I said. I wish it wasn't like that. I wish the writers would just have done better. But Roman even said it on the Pat McAfee show. They have not
take it a step further. I agree with you 100%, Rock. I even take it a step further. Netflix has been clamoring for Roman to be the world heavyweight champion since they got that belt. And Netflix has been clamoring for that. And that's Netflix, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and Netflix, they and I was always wondering too. I had to sit back and think too, like why Roman's been on SmackDown. You know, why is he? Even though it would be a better match or whatever, a draw, and they're trying to draw sales and tickets, whatever. I'm like, well, why is he going on Raw all of a sudden? He's been on SmackDown doing what he's been doing all this time. So why go on Raw? And then boom, what Bossman just said, Netflix been wanting him to be the champion on Raw because he draws, and I mean Cody Rhodes draw too. But I'm not saying Cody Rhodes doesn't draw, but Netflix, you know, they got who they want to, you know, steer the flagship while it's on their network, and so that's why they've been asking for Roman to be the champion, and so I guess now WWE is just finally giving in. So I guess we kind of know who's gonna win the belt at WrestleMania.
I kind of figured, but yeah, Famous, it's your show now, brother.
The USA. Oh, go ahead.
All right, guys. Good afternoon. Good morning to everybody on the West Coast. Good afternoon, everybody on the East Coast. Welcome to the Famous Beast Show live on FTW Podcast. We're continuing to talk about Friday Night SmackDown and other topics. The host of the Friday Night SmackDown review was FTW Rock. Did an outstanding job with the family, TG Gaming, and of course Birdman. You guys, listen. Let's continue the topics, and let's talk about the various issues that are bothering us within AEW and WWE, and let's entice the fans with passion, enthusiasm, and desire, which I'll bring on to mine, but we're going to bring on to here, and let's continue to rock this thing. So I'm going to leave it open for discussion as far as, you know, what we want to discuss, and if we want to continue on the creative aspect of both sides, let's jump into that. But the one question I do have, first of all, let's give our grading for Friday Night SmackDown. I think we should do that, and I'll start out with the host of the SmackDown review. That's FTW Rock. Then we'll pass it over to Birdman, and then we'll go to MTG Gaming.
Yes. The rating for SmackDown. Overall, it was pretty decent. So, we're doing out of 5 out of 10.
5.
5 out of 5. I'll give it 4. It wasn't like the legendary thing that I remember forever, but a lot of the matches were really, really good, very entertaining, and I think a lot of stuff happened. It's going to have implications for a later date. So, decent show. I give it 4 out of 5.
I guess me. Well, since I was there, 4.5 out of 5.
4.5 out of 5. I'm gonna have to agree with Birdman. I think it was 5 out of 5, and I want to explain why. It's just because of the way that we're kind of getting a taste of the Elimination Chamber. We are expecting higher expectations, you know, coming out of this week's Raw and Friday Night SmackDown to get us ready for the actual pay-per-view, which is taking place this coming weekend for the Chamber. But with that being said, I kind of wanted to get into some topics here that are kind of interesting, because I think a lot of us have wanted to talk about this. And I asked this question, I think it was Monday night or whatever, but what are your guys' expectations for 2026 for both brands of AEW and WWE? And with that, I want to hear from Birdman first, because there's a lot of controversy going on talking about both brands. And we talked about the creative side of WWE, and my opinion about AEW is they're not selling their whole stadiums out on their premiere show of AEW Dynamite. I've been to 2 of them. I haven't seen it. You know, in 2019, they started out in big arenas. Now they're going to small arenas. So talk about, and again, we're all pro wrestling fans here. We all love pro wrestling. We don't ever want to see a company fold. Me and Lyle were talking about this on Wednesday, where we think maybe 3 to 5 years it folds. We hope not. But I want to get your thoughts from everybody about what your expectations are from both brands. So Birdman, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Well, I'll start off with AEW because I really too much don't watch it like that anymore, because the writing has gone down, and it seems like they're milking the same people. You're always going to see Mox and the Don Callis family. Even though they're good, and when they're feud and stuff, it's like you're always going to see them. So I haven't really too much watched on AEW. So what I expect of them is to give everybody a fair chance, or at least come up with better storylines to attract a wrestling fan like me. Because I started off watching AEW when they created the Saturday show. So I was in tune with it because it was interesting. But now it just seemed like it's like they're whatever. It seems like they're, we have another show. Let's just put this out so we can get it over with. So that's my opinion on AEW. As far as WWE, just let the matches, let the outcome happen. Like you said earlier, we got a lot of matches with interference, and I like interferences if they make sense. But let's get the matches that have the outcome that's supposed to have, and let's get better storylines, and especially for titles. It seems like when somebody gets a title, it stops there. It's like they have nothing else for them. They forgot, like, they have to defend it or whatever the case may be. But so for WWE is to get better storylines from when characters get titles. They're good at building them up. majority of the time. They'll build them up, and then they get the title, and then it's like they'll just fall, and I'm sure we can all think of names without thinking that they've done that too. So that's what I expect from both companies.
Great point. All right, FTW Rock, I want to hear from you as well.
I really like AEW. I don't have the chance to watch as much because a lot of times I'm working during AEW shows. I have to catch up on it whenever I can. But from what I have seen, it's kind of like, certain people do great over there and some people don't. But that's like in WWE as well. I like that there's an alternate place to go when it doesn't work out for WWE. Like I said, WWE has partnered with AAA and TNA. So being with any one of them companies, I mean, you're not exactly WWE, but you're almost under the kind of like the same umbrella. So it's kind of like not much more to expect. So going to AEW is like a fresh start. I love Hurt Syndicate now, and Swerve Strickland being over there. Because we all know that he did not do them exactly right. Well, I'm not gonna say they didn't do Bobby Lashley right. He was a champion multiple times. But Shelton and MVP and Swerve Strickland and plenty of others as well were not done right in WWE. And I feel like going over there is so much more better, especially for people of my descent, because they just thrive over there. Of course, now we're starting to get a little bit of push with Trick, Javon, Carmelo, and stuff, but it had to be like a really big outbreak, a really big internet uproar for this type of thing to happen. I don't hate WWE. I don't want anybody to think that. But I get very frustrated because I know their potential of what they can do and what they actually put out. If I had a chance to watch the AEW more, I would. I just work during those AEW hours. So, but shout out to them. I hope they keep going. I don't ever want them to shut down.
All right, MTG Gaming, give me your thoughts as well. And I'm sure Boss Man's going to want to come in here because I know he's got a lot to say. So I would like to have Boss Man to come in here after MTG Gaming. All right, go ahead. Give me your thoughts about what we're talking about.
Y'all pretty much summed it up for me. And y'all also can't leave TNA out of the loop. Like TNA is also a place where people can go as well. I know it's not a major company, but it's still something. I mean, at least you're on TV. At least you're still on TV and you're still performing, and you might elevate. They're going to get and like not to interrupt, but I kind of mentioned them a while ago when I said, but it just sucks. Not sucks. It's kind of like the fact that them and kind of under the same umbrella with WWE because of the partnership. Some of the wrestlers who didn't get chances in WWE might not get a chance in TNA too. Not all of them, but some of them. But kind of. Okay, and y'all pretty much summed it up. I just hope all companies do well. And as far as AEW goes, I really don't want that company to shut down. I really don't. Because after that event that I went to back in July, all in Texas, I really don't want that company to shut down. I really hope they get it together. Or hell,
ain't nothing wrong with ain't nothing wrong with AEW personally, man. AEW is doing perfectly fine. AEW is just as hot as WWE. I mean, I understand what B was saying, but like me and B talked on Wednesday. AEW and WWE, like I said, AEW might be sitting 45 to 5,000 people, to where WWE sitting maybe 8 to 9. Like they're not doing too much more. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like AEW is doing perfectly fine. WWE is doing perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just the thing where we had a 2-year span where wrestling was hot as ever. Where they're hot. Where that's why ESPN grabbed it. It was hot as ever. So you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where it done cooled off. It's kind of back to where it used to be. And, now we kind of expect more. But other than that, the writing side is kind of flippy-floppy on both sides. We could say AEW, like Bird said, milks the shit out of their stars so that, you're going to see the same people. WWE built stars up, and then when they put a title on them, they drop the ball with them. So it's one of those things where I do feel like both sides kind of have, their ifs and ands. But I feel like both companies are going to do perfectly fine, and I don't see AEW going nowhere.
Great points. Like I said, I think we can all agree here that we don't want both companies to definitely. We want them to succeed. We don't want any company to fold. Because remember, guys, I think this is the most important thing that we need to remember is that Wrestling is 365 days a year. It's not seasonal like other sports. It's constantly going, and we definitely want to see wrestling continue to grow in any promotion, AEW, WWE, TNA, New Japan, even the indies. You know, we want to see upcoming future stars being recruited from the indies to a major company, and we want to see how they grow and develop. So I do agree on that aspect. You know, we can go back and forth on AEW, WWE, how we want things done. We all know as podcasters and fans how things should be done. And that's truly all that matters as well. But here's another question I have for you guys. And I was on a panel the other day and I kind of stunned them, but didn't. So I'm going to throw this out to FTW ROC. If you had a choice from the now, not from the past, from the now, from the women's division and men's division, who do you think you would push, either from the women or the men right now, that you believe would carry the company in WWE? Go ahead, ROC.
That's the pressure going first.
Oh, okay, my fault.
No, go ahead, FTW ROC or Bird, whoever you guys want to go. Go ahead.
No. I was just commenting. No. I was just saying that was the pressure going first, because now I'm not going first. I can actually think about the people I'm going to say.
Okay, go ahead, Birdman. Go for it.
I would say Swerve Strickland, because of how big he's gotten over. Think of how big he is right now with AEW. With the WWE machine behind him, that dance he do, Who's House, Swerve's House, everything behind him, his merchandise would be through the roof. I'm not saying it ain't now, but it would be phenomenal if he had everything he's doing right now in WWE. Think about how big Trick Williams is right now. Swerve Strickland over there overseas, everybody would have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would have been doing the dance. Everybody would have they'd be buying Prince Nana stuff. They would be absolutely sold out everywhere with Swerve Strickland right now. So that's me personally. I would pick Swerve.
Okay, now what about for WWE? If you had a choice between picking one person from the women and one person from the men that would carry the roster right now, who would it be?
Bianca Belair.
For the women and the men? And the men?
Bianca Belair and Montez Ford over there in AEW.
Why?
Well, because Montez Ford has everything it takes to be a main event player, and it's kind of obvious right now that his loyalty to Angelo Dawkins is keeping him down. Because before they talked about making him singles, but when Angelo Dawkins' mom died, he pretty much said he's going to stick with Angelo right now, which is honorable and great. Now it's kind of hurting you and him, because if you elevate, you can take him with you. You know what I mean? And I think that while he's doing that right now, they don't see him as anything else but a tag team partner every once in a while, whenever they just need them to just help elevate the tag division every once in a while. Because, I mean, think about it. They got Trick Williams, they got Carmelo, they got Javon, Overcoming. What do you need Montez for now?
All right, MTG.
Bianca, of course, will elevate anything. You take her over there to that women's division, it's 1,000 times better immediately. And not saying it's bad. I'm just saying her and Toni Storm would cook. But go ahead.
Perfect. I love it. All right, MTG Gaming. Same question thrown at you.
I want to give somebody an opportunity that never got the opportunity. I want to use somebody that's never been world champion on this question. And I want to give them the chance to see if they can actually do it and actually carry it. So as far as WWE goes, I would want LA Knight to get that push. Females, like I said, I want to go into somebody that deserved a shot that didn't get a shot. Who could carry that women's division? Possibly Chelsea Green could do it.
Okay.
And AEW. I would like to see Wardlow get a chance in AEW because I don't like how AEW's been booking big guys, and I think that guy has it all to carry that company, especially the way he looks. So I would want to go with Wardlow in AEW. Women's division in AEW. I would want to see AEW do this with the women's division. The people that you had there since day one, they weren't building them. Like, they just put the people, like they push people like Jamie Hayter and Tekla. Those women weren't there in day one. They just randomly pushed them. They just randomly put the belt on them with no build up, with no important storylines, and not a lot of wins to prove that you can carry that company. Like, I wanted them to at least push the ladies that were there since day one, like Ty Conti, Anna Jay. Like, they're not building those ladies up because I feel like those ladies should have won the women's title before Tekla and Jamie Hayter. And those ladies I would actually invest in because they were there since day one. I feel like they should deserve a shot, not like because they were there since day one. I'm probably going to go with those because, like I said, I want to pick people that's never got that shot before.
All right, FTW Rock, go ahead, my friend. Give us your thoughts.
I already went. It's Bird time.
Bird.
Oh, Bird, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bird. My bad. Go ahead.
It's all good. Well, I'm gonna start with AEW. I'm gonna go off what I've seen in the past and kind of what I hear and stuff now, and my gut feeling and stuff. It's kind of split for me. For the men's on AEW, I'm gonna go.
Is he out? You out here?
You there?
You there, Bird?
You there?
Bird, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
You can't at all.
I think the Bird is frozen.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
it's frozen.
wow. All right, boss man, let's go to you. Let's go to you, boss man. What you got?
Boss man, you there?
You there, boss man?
You were a while ago.
I guess so.
There
I
you go.
guess not, but oh, there he is. What you got, boss
What's
man?
up? Yo,
What you got?
You need to
what was the
question.
question?
So the question was from AEW and WWE, if you had to pick one talent from the men and the women to carry the product right now, who would you pick?
To carry the product
Right now.
on WWE side.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Now we can.
Yeah, I don't know what
On
happened.
WWE side, I guess I would keep Roman carrying the product. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been doing his thing, so I keep Roman carrying the product. And on AEW side, I'm 50-50, man. It's like between three people. Like, I'm between MJF, Swerve, and Will Ospreay. Because I feel like either, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to them three, either of them can carry the company when it comes to them three. But on the WWE side, I definitely feel like it's kind of less because even though we've made stars on WWE, we haven't really, you know what I'm saying, it shows the difference between a star and a superstar. Like when the NBA, when they tell you that somebody's an all-star, somebody's a superstar, that's kind of what it shows on WWE. Like, we have our people that we made stars that are stars, but you know, Roman is a superstar. So I think, you know what I'm saying, on the WWE side, I would keep Roman over there. And on AEW, like I said, I'm kind of mixed between MJF, Swerve, and Will Ospreay because I think between them three, either of them could take off with the company and they'd be perfectly fine.
All right, Birdman, we got you back. So go ahead. Have at it.
I was saying, for the men's on the AEW, it was a split between Swerve and MJF. Just because they're really, especially MJF, they're really over. And for the female AEW, I'm gonna stick with Mercedes Moné, the collector is what I like to call her. I haven't seen anything from her in a while. I think since she lost her first belt or something. So I don't know what's going on with her right now, but she's good. I'm glad. I'm kind of sad that she left WWE and went to AEW, but I'm glad that she's doing good, at least in my opinion, in AEW. So as far as the WWE side, for men, it would be Dominic Mysterio or Roman Reigns. Just because Roman Reigns, we know who he is, and Dominic Mysterio, I feel he's going to be a great world champion. Yeah, I just know that he's gonna really feel go surpass his father and become a real great superstar Hall of Famer. And as far as women, I'm gonna go with Nia Jax. I can feel that she can take the company women division over there and put it on her back. I've always advocated and rooted for her, and I think that she can really, if given an opportunity for a long period of time, I really think that she can, put people over and sell tickets.
All right, guys, that's great. Man, different perspectives and different thoughts from wrestlers. I'm going to give you my thoughts here, guys, and I think we're going to wrap up the show here. Everybody's got things they got going on, and we always want to continue to bring the energy to all of you guys each and every week. So I'm going to wrap it up real quick and give you mine. From AEW, I'm going to go Will Ospreay. I like Will Ospreay. I think when he comes back, we're going to see a lot of that continuing energy that he brought to the table, the way his style of wrestling goes. I think he could be the guy that could be the future of AEW. For me, for the women's side, I'm going to go with Megan Bayne. I think, she's going to have an opportunity to really grow if they push her correctly. I like her charisma. I like her attitude. I like her aggressiveness. And I do agree with Bird. I do like Mercedes Moné. I think the championship should have been put on her a long time ago, but I'm going to stick with Megan Bayne. All right, let's go to WWE. I'm going to go with one wrestler for both sides. I'm going to go with Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker, once he gets back, is the future in WWE. I think the world title will be put on him. We just don't know the time frame of when he's coming back. But I do have to go with Braun Breaker on the men's side. For the women's side, I'm going to go with Chelsea Green. I think when Chelsea Green comes back from that injury, I think she's entertaining. She's fun. I think the charisma, she'll put some charisma on that women's championship. We know that she's a decent wrestler with a lot of skills, but charisma also makes a title look very interesting. We were just talking about Becky Lynch, the Intercontinental Championship, how she's solidifying it over the world title. I think it has a lot to do with charisma and attitude and the way she's saying, hey, not only am I being talked about by myself, but ESPN's talking about it. These people are talking about it. Now people are talking about her. So she's solidifying that Intercontinental Championship. And I think that's what the most important thing is. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap up the podcast on the Famous B Show. But before we do, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to get their saying. And before we close it out, and we'll start out with the host of the Friday Night SmackDown review right here on the FTW podcast. And I will turn it over to Bird, then we'll go to FTW Rock, then we'll go to MTG Gaming, myself, and then we're going to let Boss Man close it out. All right, go ahead, gentlemen. Have at it.
Who going first? Big Bird.
Come on, Bird, do your thing, buddy.
Oh, it was a good podcast. Overall, I think we had a good week of wrestling for all all platforms. It's I would like to say it's good to be back. You know, I missed this. I'm glad the gang is back together again, and I just can't wait for next week and many more to come. So I'm excited, man. Let's get this going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love and appreciate y'all, man. Like I said before, we missed y'all. Y'all should feel special. Because before now, the only time I missed the motherfucker is if she ducked. All right, y'all.
This is MTG Gaming signing off. For gaming content, subscribe to my YouTube channel, MTG Gaming.
All right, guys. All right, guys. So there you have it. This was the Famous Beat Show and the FTW podcast. I'll let Boss Man close us out. I want to thank everybody for watching the SmackDown review and the Famous Beat Show and the FTW podcast. And just to let you guys know that the passion, enthusiasm, and desire will always be brought to the table on this podcast. We've got shows running Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and we're just going to always bring it to you guys the way we know how. And it's good to have everybody back together. We got a lot of things planned in the future. Give us a follow. Stay tuned with the guys because you're not going to want to miss out. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Boss Man to close out the program here, guys. I'm your host, Famous B of the FTW podcast show here, right here. And I'm going to turn it over to Boss Man to close us out.
Man. That girl done called about 3 times asking what this shit is. I'll come back to the house in a minute, man. Don't pay the neighbors no goddamn mind. Yeah. What you talking about, nigga? Yeah, I got this kind of shit. All that shit going for a different price, though. I bet. I can't talk too much. She said, damn, what is this flavor? I got the flavors, this shit loud. You got neighbors, they like the flavors. This shit smoke, it's like the 80s, it's jumping like coke. She said, Kush, it make a float. Baby, these ranks, we gon' have to rock the boat, man.